Good morning.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee, and welcome to our happiest hour.
This hour is also brought to you by coffee.
Yes, drink some today. Good morning, everyone.
Well, we took a little trip to visit my mom on the other side of the state, so that's involving an overall of about 6.5, 7 hours driving both ways. And I did the burner that. Banshee does some of that, but she's not as comfortable driving during the night. So I'm a little tired from driving, but I'm happy to be here, and I hope you are too.
Remind you that this is Happy Hour today, so it's a single card message from Spirit. We'll be glad to add you, Shruti. So welcome everybody to the show. Hey, let's get happy with our oracle for the collective.
That's right.
Today, for some reason, I have pulled the Goddess Dream Oracle. It's a very positive. It has an affirmation at the end of its interpretation, so I thought we'll use this today. It's really nice deck.
We mostly make ours at home. It's rare we buy it out. And
we
we've done
don't
that for
Keurig.
decades.
Apparently, we got to get our electrical checked because
Keurig doesn't work.
Yeah, they've gone out on us so quickly. We really think it's our wiring. I just think something's not wrong with the machines. It's our place. So maybe it's too much wattage. We have to check into it. I don't know. So I've given up on the Keurigs, but...
Oh, you like that deck too? Yeah, it is a nice deck, isn't it?
I know there's another one, at least one other one this Wendy Andrew has created, and I've been thinking about it. It's on my list.
Morning, Kara.
Hey, good morning, Kara. I'll get you on the list as well. All right. I'm gonna let you shuffle, Mr. O, and cut them. We'll do it that way. Let's get Kara. All right. Well, for those of you coming to tomorrow's show, and if you haven't won anything, we have a giveaway tomorrow.
That's right.
I think we're giving away the Fiber Magic book.
Yes, and do we have it on hand at all?
We don't.
Oh, dear.
But it's a really nice sized book that is for all the crafty people out there.
It's mostly about crochet work.
Yeah. And so we will be giving that away on our stream tomorrow's show. Fiber Magic. And I'm going to try to review it first.
Yeah, it's really a nice book. It's full, it's voluminous, it's got color pictures. And Fiber Magic has become a good friend of ours too, so we adore her.
3 times.
Oh.
Like the tarot.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do. You. All right.
If you're on Facebook, she has a couple of cool groups that are devoted to the crochet stuff. I believe one is called Fiber Magic Coven. You can email me or talk to me later about that if you need that link.
This is a beautiful card. It's about letting go. Letting go does not necessarily have to be sorrowful. I can't even speak today. Because
sad.
You are sad. There you go. Because, letting go could be an act of love, really, when you think about it. All right, so let me find, I think that's 35. Oh, I better look at that again. No, it's 21. Hello. Man, it's going to be one of those mornings. There we go. Letting go. Emotional release. There may be times when the waves crash over and around you and it takes your strength and energy just to hold on to where you are. You may long for the seas to settle so you can see the clear horizon and be calm. But the storm rages on and you're exhausted from holding on too tight. But have no fear, because the Mother of Water is here to tell you you can let go. You are part of her. And if you surrender yourself to her flow, it will no longer feel like you are being battered by a storm. Instead, you can rise and fall with the swirling waters, exhilarated and free. You are one with her, flowing with her. When you weep, she holds your tears. When you fuss, she foams, stirs, and then settles. When you laugh, she ripples and splashes. And when you reveal yourself, she hears you and holds you within her all-encompassing embrace. Do not be afraid to dive into the emotional depths of your being. Mother of Water will be there, holding you in your sadness, pain, frustration, jealousy, anger, or fear. Whatever your emotion, she knows them all. She will act as a mirror, peer into her, and see how your emotions are affecting your thoughts and your actions. Are they helping your well-being and the well-being of others? If not, Mother of Water invites you to let them go. Release them into her flow, and she will carry them away. When negative emotions overwhelm you, remember, you can surrender them and let Mother of Water carry you safe in her loving embrace. And the affirmation to go along with this is, I am aware of my emotions. If an emotion is having a negative effect on my life and those of others, I can choose to release it. The choice is yours, whether to hang on or let the baggage go.
Hey, Kara, did you order the Reiki therapy cat again? Because he's here. Right on cue. It was like he heard, Mama's words over here, with this ocean resonance and water.
Man.
And he just came over and said, I'm here. And as soon as he jumped up, he just started purring, or he already was purring. It's very strong. I feel this purr in his body here.
He just knows it's the right time.
We got your cat, lady.
Okay, so let's roll with this. We have Mr. Maurice, Mama T, Libra Cusp, Aaliyah, Violet Lotus, Shruti, and Kara. All right.
So a positive message for Mr. Maurice.
Yes. And
he never wants to miss out. You're right about that.
To mention, we are using Colette Baron Reed's Good Tarot today. Because everything is good with the Good Tarot.
These guys probably missed us yesterday too, because we were gone.
Oh my
for,
gosh, they were
10 or 11 hours, with our total time.
And it's like at one point, once I settled down and sat down in the living room, all three cats were just sitting and staring like in a row. I haven't seen them like that, where they're just sitting and looking at us like, where have you been? We've been waiting for you. It was so adorable.
We've said it before, but over the course of the last year with the pandemic and shutdown and stuff, they've gotten really used to us being home 24/7. She now is mostly 24/7. I'm just about that, not working as much.
I just want to double check something here. I'm not sure what it means about I'm number 4. I don't know what that
It was something you were reading, I think.
Oh, okay. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, because I don't know.
Well, I don't know either.
Because Shruti is not number 4. We had a bunch of people come in first.
Is
you
Libra
are
number
actually
3?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the list.
Okay, Libra is 3, of course. Okay. Very good.
No, Shruti, I'm looking at my list live chat. I have Mr. Maurice first, Mama Teresa. Then I have, hold on, Libra, Aaliyah, Violet Lotus.
I can possibly get a list going. Let me try.
And then you, Shruti. That's what I have. And then Kara came in after you. And Mr. O can confirm on his list, because sometimes there is a problem, unless we just didn't see your message for some reason, but it is not 4th on the list. Mr. O.
This will still take me a minute or two, so give me a moment.
And Shruti, your question again, I'm just going to say we'll do our best, but that type of question is not really good for a happy hour, but we will do it and see what we get. Just a reminder about that. It's better for our Thursday and Saturday shows. We'll do what we can. And just to say this again, too, Saturdays is going to be happy hour day, one way or another. Like next week again, we have to move the time slot to 3 p.m. because Mr. O is working that day, covering for some of the vacationers on Thanksgiving weekend. So we'll be moving the show again to later. And by the way, for people who are wondering, we will be streaming on Thanksgiving. We will be here, so we'll be doing the show. It might be a short show because everybody's busy, but
I'm trying to remember before
we'll be here.
how that went.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I can do a list here. Hold on.
Well, we got to get rolling here because we only have an hour.
Am I shuffling? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right. It's already 10 after. There we go.
So you saw it the way I did. Yeah.
Well, I just copied from your list. Sorry.
I asked you to double check yours.
I can't do everything.
I know.
Be happy.
Well, be happy, but Trudy would like that confirmed, so it's okay. It's okay. Just cut, please. There we go.
Sometimes I really want to mute that microphone.
And put me in my place, but it's happy hour, Mr. O. We're going to be happy. Oh, okay, though, but let's take a look here. All right, then, Mr. Maurice, you've got the 5 of Fire.
That's like the 5 of Wands.
Yes. And so it's interesting because the 5 of Fire, is one of those cards that I like to read in context with other cards because it shows if there's more of an aggressive energy or a positive energy. But hey, I can tell you right now, since this is happy hour, the energy is positive. And what it's saying is that, this is a time that would be, Spirit is telling you this is a time to work constructively with others on projects, problem solving, whatever the case may be. This is a time for positive collaborations and interactions with your peers, your friends, your family, or your coworkers.
Well, the idea of teamwork could also move towards other realms than just work. It could be networking in general. It could be even friendly circles. We're at the time of year where maybe some people are getting back in touch with each other and trying to figure out where their arrangements can be. We still may have to find ways to accommodate precautions or that kind of thing. But this is saying, Spirit is saying, this is the time now to emphasize teamwork or the people that you normally would or you will be intersecting with in a good way.
Yeah.
So it's a good card.
Yeah. Right. It mostly leans positive, but if it's around more negative cards, then it would have that tone of...
But we cut that out because of happy hour.
Exactly.
It only means what it means to us.
Well, it means what it means today. It's the context of the day that matters. And I really like the card because it shows that you are engaged. You are engaging with others at this time. And I think that's really important. And Spirit is saying here that's very positive for you right now. So good luck with that, Mr. Maurice, and we'll be talking to you soon about setting up. Mr. Maurice wants free
he's already
reading
indicated
from
he
us.
will. That's right. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You were the winner on our Thursday night, one of the winners, and we'll be making that arrangement later.
So,
and don't forget, tomorrow that means more prizes.
Mama T is up, and let you shuffle first, Mr. O.
I'm watching this guy because I get the feeling like he's going to take a dive and
you stay there.
Mess the camera
you
up.
I think part of it is he's staring at.
I know.
Well, there are things I can do.
There are things that I don't want to do, but I will do.
And look how immediately he realized, I'm not getting there.
Well, maybe it's just my day.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me move these. All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Sorry about
This
that.
is a little bit of a deck to handle here.
Yes, it's a handful.
Especially when you don't have that
Table
geography
space.
there. Yep.
I understand
You're welcome,
completely,
Mr.
Mr. Karma Music Tarot. Like I never have to deal with Sunny in a big deck.
You're very welcome. Are you a good boy today? Are you a good boy? Are you giving us all therapy and happiness? Meow, meow, meow.
You know, I have to say, I'm very much a cat person, as people who follow me on Twitter know. So I retweet a lot of the cat stuff. And there are some adorable cat personalities on Twitter, really. I love them. So I try to have fun and engage them from time to time.
I thought you were going to talk about Lucy.
Oh, well, Mr. O, you know, I am so sorry I did not get a picture of Lucy snuggling this adorable Hallmark Channel blanket we got for Mr. O's mom for watching TV in. And she snuggled the dog in there, the little Chihuahua.
Lucy is a little tiny
Yes.
Chihuahua. She's really
My
tiny.
God.
She's one of those teacup ones, I think. She's
Well,
just
toy.
She's
Yeah.
just literally a handful. And she's so adorable, but you think she's a feisty little thing, snapping at you and biting. But then as soon as,
She finally comes to terms with it and lets you pet her.
My mom has a cat too right now, and I guess she's always trying to bite the cat.
Yeah.
I think Lucy thinks she's playing with the cat, but
Right.
this cat's a little standoffish. She's not at all friendly like our cats.
Mama T, what's this?
Hey, Mama T. Oh, look at that.
You've
King
got
of
the
Earth.
King of Earth. And so...
Whoops, I don't have the camera right because of
Sunny.
things. No, me.
Oh.
There you are.
Oh, no.
What?
Libra.
Aw.
Oh.
So,
That's sad.
Mama T, the King of Earth is the King of Pentacles. There's a solidness about this card. There's a sense of continuity in a way. It's not as maybe continuity as the Ten of Pentacles, but I think it talks about mastery maybe over some of the material or prosperity aspects of your life. And I think also too, the King of Earth for you in this day is talking about a sense of security, because I often want to remind everyone that material matters concerns our physical security, our mental security, our emotional security. He's really having a time with me here.
Yeah, I know, and I'm
Purring
just
away,
bracing the
too.
camera to be sure.
So, Mama T, it's really, I think about you taking stock of that and maybe orienting. Spirit is saying, look at what you have. You have security. You have some sense of warmth. This is a warm card for you. So, I'll turn that over to you.
Yes, the King of Pentacles here is really, really awesome. Spirit is saying, you know what, even if you don't feel it right now or see it right now, let's just say, act like you have everything under control, in your financial world. Act like everything is secure, stable, and sound. Because essentially, I think Mr. O is right, it is. You have a plan. With the King of Pentacles here, Spirit is telling you you have a good plan, and feel free to implement it anytime, because the King of Pentacles is very organized, very detail oriented, and it's a go. I think it is really a go for you and could put you in a really good position. He is the king after all.
I think that's the thing about even a pet like a goldfish that you can't have really direct interactions with. It's that love and energy that you put into it that creates the relationship. I think that all of our pets, with maybe a few exceptions, are kind of a reflection of ourselves. That's what an astrologer told me a long time ago, because he knew how enamored I was of cats. And he was too, but he sort of had this a little bit of an impartial look at it.
So that's what we have for you, Mama T. Good luck with that.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to get that out there.
Of course.
Take a breath, Mr. O. Take a breath.
Well, I'm monitoring the chat room.
I know you are. You do that so well. You do.
Of course.
Well, and you see things before I do sometimes, so that's a plus for you.
She wants to reach out and scritch him.
So just a reminder, too, we're still having some internet fluctuations. So if we disappear, we will come back. We're trying a couple different things before I really talk to the service provider. I have a feeling maybe we have too many devices connected at the same time, and that may be playing into the problem. So I shut one of my computers off today in the hopes that it will, make this not happen. But we'll see. So we're testing right now, so we can tell the provider we have tried different things before we try to figure out what the solution is. All right, so Libra Cusp, you are up, and then Aaliyah, Violet Lotus, Shruti, and Kara.
Your turn again. So it seems to me the best positive message for everybody today would be if they had the pet of their choice or the pet that they could have to give love to receive love from. And I think that there's a book I read a while ago. It was about being clergy in the non-traditional setting, i.e. a Wiccan or a pagan clergy. And they said that one of the most important things to do is to be able to develop a friendship with a pet animal. Because I'm trying to boil it down to clergy, but I think it was the idea about compassion and care starts at that basic level, that when we can care about something besides ourselves like that needs us, that's a part of being of a clergy's role. And I'm not saying you guys have to all go out and become a clergy of some sort, but I think it's just an important part of spiritual development.
I'm sorry, shuffle. And look at that space you have now.
Yay! Thank you, Violet Lotus. I actually figured you would relate to that one too. Thank you, Kara.
Yeah, we went a year and a half maybe, between getting the 3 cats we have now after our last cat passed, and it was lonely. I mean, we don't have a dog, we don't have any other pets, and we felt the vacuum. I mean, some of it was okay, but we knew we had to have cats again in our lives. We did. And as we got older, we realized these could be our last cats. So this is the time to get kittens. That was 7 years ago. So we did.
What?
And,
do you have the 7-year itch or something?
Well,
No, it's the 7-year
all things
scritch.
considered, with my precarious health, I think we did the right thing at the right time. And, so if by chance we do outlive our cats, we'd probably give an older cat a home, somebody, that's not as young and would miss us if we passed. I mean, we have to be realistic here. We may be lucky like your mom and live till 87 or more.
She'll be 87
Yeah.
on Sunday. Seems to be doing okay.
Okay, Libra.
Oh, look at this, Libra.
Mama T had the King of Pentacles, and you went Emperor. You've got the Emperor card here, which is a real powerhouse card. This is a card, Spirit is saying now is the time. Now is the time to show your stuff. That you are in control, that you... And even, okay, again, I have to say, even if you don't feel it right now, you feel like things have been amiss, this is a time to develop that attitude that I can regain control of my life. I am in a solid position here, and with that control comes responsibility. I also understand that I now can, take care of others and guide them, to be better people.
Well, it's a very positive message from Spirit for you, and I think it's important to realize, too, that emperors are not necessarily like kings. Emperors sort of have even a wider province, and with that comes the idea that maybe the kings or others are their ambassadors or their agents of some sort. And so this is saying, don't be afraid to delegate the things that you may need to let somebody else handle for you. Of course, you have to trust them, but that's part of the thing about being the emperor, is that aura sort of exudes a certain sense of reverence too. Emperors really are perhaps more fondly thought of than kings to some degree. Or maybe I'm just saying that, but at any rate, I think this is important to remember too, that there's a sense of a greater power there, and some of that is a quiet power exuded through how you use your network, the ambassadors. Good morning, Gina.
Good morning.
So that's what I see there. It's a very good augment for you. It just may be saying, Spirit says, use your forces to achieve the things you want to. Don't think you have to do it all.
Right. And the emperor, if it was, in its negative aspect, they can be very domineering and not being a good example setting for others. But this emperor is, of course, showing the best of himself to others. And people want to emulate that. People want to learn from you or can learn from you. Oh,
the sun is a part of the emperor, and so is the number 4. And those are good monies for a number of things. Certainly, material prosperity, security, success, and luck.
Good luck with that, Libra. Nice
And you're
card.
welcome.
Beautiful card. Aaliyah is up. Hey, Aaliyah. Good to see you here at our happy hour. Your shuffle first.
Alrighty. And we would like to pull a positive card for you. Yes, Gina, you recovered from that horrible thing the other day?
Man, I hope so. It's a process, though, because you probably have another phase or 2 to go through, if I'm not mistaken.
I have one of those things in my mouth, too, and it was pretty much my last solution for what was going on.
Hey, Lena. We'll get you on the
Hi,
list.
Lena. Yeah, it's been a little while, Leah, but I didn't think it was horribly long, so, we didn't forget who you were.
Absolutely not. All right.
So if you need a better, longer reading, more factual than the positive one, you should
more
come back.
factual, more detailed, I think is what he's saying. And that gets into the nitty gritty. It's not just the positive message from Spirit. It tells you, what to expect.
But come back tomorrow at 2 p.m. our time or Thursdays.
One more shuffle from me.
Today is about the positive one-card message.
All right. Wow. Okay, we have the 6 of Earth. 6 of Pentacles is interesting because it comes up a lot in some of our readings lately.
It does.
And I almost feel like it's kind of a seasonal card in a way here, Aaliyah. But, because it's about give and take. It's about, being willing to receive from others, but also giving as well in equal exchange. And Spirit is saying right now, this is a time for that, a time to find that balance in your life, if you are, and also the fact that I feel it's saying too that, this is a season of giving, and we may give in a variety of different ways. We volunteer, we give some money to organizations, etc. And what do we get back? We get back the good feelings and knowing that we really have helped others who needed a helping hand.
The card is absolutely about altruism, and to me, altruism means feeling obliged yet somehow fulfilled by being generous or being able to help others. And I don't want to get all Marxian, but I think that everybody puts that in perspective of what they can do for who they can do. I'm not saying that each of us has to give to the other, that kind of thing. That's Marxian. It is really more about understanding what you can give to those who can receive it. And not everything we can give can be something that will resonate with those we might give it to. So it's also about knowing who your audience is in a way too.
I don't know about audience when it comes to giving.
Well, I think that, sometimes generosity is best when we know it's appreciated. I know sometimes you have to give it to those who don't appreciate it, but I think that cycle is created by recipients who have that resonance. Maybe I don't get it. Maybe I'm different. Too Marxian.
Well, I think Spirit is saying here that, give without condition. Give without condition and you will receive back in kind. You may not realize it right away, but you will receive it back. So unconditional love, unconditional support is really something Spirit wants you to focus on right now. And that's what we have for you, Aaliyah. Good luck with that. Nice message. A Violet Lotus, you are up. And by the way, I want to remind you as we kind of get back to some sense of normalcy here after our busy anniversary week, if you want to DM me more about, the stuff we talked about, feel free to do so.
And I'm updating the list. Something I haven't done in a moment or two. Yay!
Was I supposed to shuffle first? Yes, I was.
I don't know.
Yes, I was. Because I remember cutting for you. I do.
How'd I do?
That's, I think, fine. And then Kara, and then we have Gina and Lena.
Oh, how could I forget them?
That's right.
I did.
You did. All right. Shuffle, Mr. Oh!
You would do that to me now. I'm a little warm here in my sweater drinking my coffee, but I'm actually wondering if I want a little more coffee. Crazy.
Well, yeah, it is crazy. You drink too much coffee. Coffee!
But I only had 2 cups yesterday because
That's
I
true.
didn't want to drink a lot while I was driving because I usually have
Well,
to
the rest stops.
go to the rest stops and
And now...
sometimes you don't
now
find
this-
them when you really need them.
And day by day, well, this is happy hour, I don't want to talk about it, but our case count in Michigan rose again, and we're leaning almost towards 9,000 cases a day now. So less stops on a trip up north is more. We prefer not to stop places if we don't have to. All right. Okay, holy moly, Violet Lotus, you have the Messenger of Water.
Is that the page?
The page? I believe it is, but no.
I bet it is.
I'm not sure.
Well, there is a seahorse. I don't know.
I know,
if
that
that's
could
the...
be a knight. I'm thinking
the
it's the
knight.
Knight of Cups. Let's see. Let's double check.
Ooh, coffee with Irish cream. I haven't had that in a long time. That sounds yummy.
Uh-oh. The messenger is the Knight of Water. So, the Knight of Cups. Wow. So this is a real positive, emotional, fulfilling time for you. And also, I really feel, the Knight of Cups, similar to the page, is kind of like a dreamer. I feel like this is a time, well, maybe even more than that. I feel like the page is like intuition. The Knight is more dreamy. So I think you should really be paying attention to your dreams right now for messages that might be coming through to you.
It's interesting because the Knights often just talk really about the coming or goings. It is the Knight, right?
Yes.
But there's something so dreamlike about this card. I really love it. And I think that maybe it speaks to me about the comings or goings, but also as they relate to really being able to sense stuff, to emotionally resonate to what's coming towards you, what's going away from you, what you feel is happening. There's a supreme quality of something here, introspection or something. So I think that this is saying Spirit wants you to also resonate to what is next coming to you, that it's probably something important for you emotionally.
Now Lena says she came early.
Before Gina, that would only be...
Nightbot, I came early. Okay, never mind. It's okay. This is the list as we have it. I know there's been some confusion about the list, but this is the list we have it. All
I'm
right.
checking. Did you want to say anything else?
No. Well, I do. The Messenger of Water. So basically, too, this could be that you are going to receive, Spirit is saying, some message is going to really hit you, you know, on an emotional level. And I think very, very positive. And I really feel this is a message maybe from some of the work that you are doing, or possibly, like I said, through the dream time. Through the dream time, or maybe some meditations, things of that nature. I would look for that because I think this is what it might be referring to.
Right. I mean, even if it's not the page, which is the traditional messenger, there's a sense of movement which could be talking about, yeah, he wants my coffee. The idea of something that is a message too, of course.
Okay, Sruti is up, and then Kara, Gina, and Lena, so we're getting there.
Yeah, we're sorry about any confusion. We just kind of
I have to go with what I see on my screen.
Exactly.
So I do the order the way I see it, and that's the best I can do. And I have it on live chat. It should all be in the order they were received.
Alrighty.
Maybe there is some issues with phone connectivity and, you know, how you're coming into the stream, but I can't control that. So I have to go with what I see, to be fair to everybody. Here you go.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to look for what Shruti said just so I could kind of have
Oh,
it in
yeah,
my mind.
Shruti wanted what somebody's next move was, I believe.
There it is. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try to keep that in mind just to see if it picks up on it at all. Remember, this is really how Spirit counsels you. So it may pick up on that, but more from how Spirit counsels you at this time. And Sunman is taking up my space again, so I'm going to lean back a little bit.
Oh my gosh, I may have to shuffle again. How silly.
We're so professional.
We did not want to leave the messenger of water out of the mix here. All right, Shruti, because that could be important.
Yes. It might be good luck. We don't really know for sure, but you know, there's see what happens.
Here,
then he wants to knock over the camera.
I've got it. Will you stop that? Just stop. Here, maybe if I move my box and stuff, he can come back over here. Come on.
He doesn't want to now. He's like, I know, I'm getting more attention here.
Come on. There. I knew
there we go.
The moving fingers would do it, but now I have to make room for the tablet again. Okay.
Goodness, what a little fuss budget he can be.
You can be, son, man. All right. But he's being okay today. He's not being that destructive.
In the early days, they hadn't, especially him, gravitated quite so much to hanging out here. So we thought we were actually going to have a looped camera feed that would just show him laying around somewhere so people could say, oh, there he is. We don't have to do that now, though. He's often here.
Well, it's an interesting message in regards to whether your question or otherwise, Sruti. The Nine of Earth is about solitary pleasures in life. So is this talking about that person's next move? Just going back home and enjoying, you know, their quiet life right now, or the life of bounty that they have? If I was to answer that question, it might be that way. But as a message also for you from Spirit, Spirit might be saying right now is seek fulfillment through yourself and what you have right now. Not to worry about what others have, or perhaps in this case, what others are doing. Focus on the self, because that's kind of what this, and what you have. And you know, sometimes we have to really be grateful for what we have in our lives in order to open the door for what you really also desire.
Right. Shruti, this card could apply to Rohit, or it could apply to you.
Yeah.
Because in either case, it's really talking about what either of you may feel is yours and is something that also you worked for. And so from his point of view, he may have worked for what he feels he's enjoying. But Spirit is telling you to also consider what Banshee said, which is that you have things of your own that you have to seek to find some sense of fulfillment into, and or understanding maybe that this is also time for you to continue having some introspection on the matter, because this really is a card that is less about action perhaps and more about understanding what you have, understanding what you will have perhaps.
The Nine of Earth is really a beautiful card. It's the Nine of Pentacles, and it's really taking pleasure in yourself and what you have brought to your life and yourself. And you know, we have something that there's a beautiful piece of writing called The Charge of the Goddess. And one of my favorite lines in that is, if you cannot find it within, you will never find it without. And Spirit may be telling you here right now, focus on you and be grateful for what you have and what you are, because then the rest will fall into place. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, just in relationship to what you just said,
yes,
there's an idea that we have sort of moved causally along to be sort of over a lot of different spiritual religious practices, and that many people, Hindu otherwise, speak of God, but maybe God has a different name to them, just as the goddess might.
Okay. Go on.
Well, never mind.
No, go on. I want you to finish your thought.
That's okay. I'll write it in the chat.
Okay.
You can move us along.
No, I just wasn't sure where you were going. I wanted to hear it. So, but it is just a beautiful piece of writing. There's so many other things I like about that whole piece, but that in particular has always stood out to me. Is like, we need to shine that light. We need to show we are grounded and we are not dependent on the outer world and what others think of us, what others have. We need to focus on what we are and what we have. And then, like I said, when people see that light within us, they gravitate towards it.
I was talking about this as a synergy of sorts, the synergy of spirit, however we might know it, and us. And it really talks more about a nurturing goddess kind of energy. That's basically what I was trying to get at.
Yeah. So that's what we have, the happy message for you, Shruti. And do feel free, to come to the live stream and get more information on that question. Hey, Kara, you are up, and then Gina and Lena.
So we got me shuffling.
Oh, I see what you were going for. Nice, Mr. O. Yes.
Sure.
I see those three words as opposed to the long chatter.
Sure.
I'm teasing because, of course, I went on with my descriptiveness here.
It's okay when you do it.
That's the spirit, Mr. O. And then we can all be happy in our household. Well, maybe. Oh, can I talk about the fun gift?
Let's talk some more about gifts.
I have to tell you guys something. Today, our personal trainer was our former personal trainer who
sometimes shows up here. So
who's such a sweetheart, and even after we haven't seen her professionally for over a year now, she's always so good to us. She's literally offered to give us a really good shape elliptical she is not using. And it's like, we just got to figure out how we can make it work here. But it's now challenging us to make the room and space for it. But boy,
we've been avoiding moving the Kai by doing some decluttering and things to make room.
So much to do.
And, we keep getting little hints from the universe, and this is one of them, because we just happened to communicate the other day, her and I, and it's really clear, we still need to be a little bit more focused with our exercise routines. We're not getting any younger, and especially as we get closer to our 70s, and Gina probably knows this, or other people, that's when your muscle really starts to thin out and decay. So you got to really work harder on keeping your strength.
Well, and of all the aerobic things, machines and stuff that I've used, the elliptical is the one that I've always worked with the best and never had a problem with.
I had a learning curve issue with ellipticals, but I finally made it, and I think it was probably a lot due to our trainer's help, because just such a great person, such a motivator, such a...
And I have to say, though, this is an example of what I'm saying to everybody here is, we give a lot out here and in other ways to people, and somehow or another they just keep coming back to us. I mean, I'm like, we didn't expect that. We didn't expect anything like that, and here it is, and it's pretty amazing.
Suzanne, if you're out there, you are just the best.
She's an angel. She's my angel. All right, well, oh my goodness, Kara, we have the 3 of Swords for you. And so the 3 of Air is saying that, in this case with a happy message, that, heartaches are behind you now. I feel Spirit, oh, geez, Sonny.
It's for you. It's for you. You know that.
Sonny came for the therapy of this
See what we got for Kara?
How funny is that? And so he just knew when to move over.
He wants to house the card, so we're going to let him.
That is so funny. And so I feel like they're feeling like sorrowful times are behind you now. And you can look at all of this from a different light now. And Spirit is recognizing that and acknowledging the progress you have made in working through emotional issues.
I think, when I look at the card, I think there's still the sense of what the traditional 3 of Swords means. And I think that the card is saying, Spirit says that to some degree, a recognition or acknowledgement of sorrows you have faced will always be there. But in a way, it helps brighten when the lighter things do show up. And that as well as sorrow you may be leaving behind, there's always some little sense of hope there hovering around too. So I know the tale,
it's funny as heck.
Sunny.
I'm trying not to laugh out loud here. Yes. Oh my gosh.
So I think this is a strong card for you, saying you're a strong person and you take with you everything, all the good, all the bad. And you wait on the light coming, because it's coming. The light always comes.
It's a great message. Beautiful, Mr. O.
Aww.
I've said my piece. I have said it. I'm going to grab it. I was holding onto the camera so he wouldn't keep jostling it with that flailing tail. That's what we have for you, Kara. That was a nice message.
Good
and
for you, Mama T.
Gina, you are up. Gina and then Lena.
He's looking at me like he's in love. Aww. Mwah.
Is it your turn to shuffle first, though?
I did last time.
Okay,
You didn't
good.
realize it. That's why I left him there to cut, because you handed him back to me.
Whoops. Well,
We're trying to stay focused.
We are. But I also am engaging in the chat.
Oh, that's
or the
wonderful.
chatter.
Yes. If only we could do something about that tail.
I could put it under my tablet thing and lock it in place, but then he'd probably rebel.
I didn't see the widget. Did anybody else see the widget went off?
No.
Thank you, Mama
Uh-oh. Well, maybe it's delayed for me. I'll keep an eye out. I have a delay.
T. And I just tend to not always see that. But thank you, Mama T.
Mama T, thank you. Maybe with some of our shows, it's not exactly connected right. We'll have to check on that. Some of the screens.
But
I'm
I do
not
see it somewhere
sure.
else, so I want to acknowledge your donation. Very nice of you. Thank you so much, sweetie.
Violet
You and Rick.
Lotus saw the widget.
Oh, okay.
That's great. So if other people see it, that's a plus. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's basically it's for everybody to see.
So, Gina, are you with us?
Because here you go.
Here you go.
Yes. I want to change it. It used to be like
And
Frankenstein
Lena, you will be
walking
right
across
after.
a graveyard or something. It just didn't seem to be right.
All right, Mr.
Thank you,
O.
guys.
Shuffle away. We'll do Gina's anyway. I don't know if she was coming in just to say hi, but we'll go ahead and do it.
Sure, why not?
I think it's a cat one, yeah.
Yeah, it's the white cat.
Yeah.
There's another cat one for new subscribers, but we haven't gotten any during the show. They mostly will only show if you subscribe, new subscriber during the show. What you got? Hi, Estelle.
Hey, Asel, did we do a reading for Asel last time? We did.
I don't remember because I think we asked for them and then we couldn't see them.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we actually did it, Asel. This is our single card happy hour. We'll be happy to pull for you today. And I just want to remind you, Asel, because I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it last time. Oh, you are here.
Okay, good.
Do you mind that we pulled a tarot for you? Because we were going to go ahead with you.
Yeah, we have it here actually.
Gina, and interestingly enough, we pulled the King of Fire.
Oh, dear.
Look at that heart there. King of Fire is a real heartthrob.
Some would think, well, never mind.
Never mind. But I do feel here that this is a card, that is saying now is a time to really, Spirit is saying this is a time to operate with your heart, over your head. But, where practical matters may be concerned in your life, this is a time to show the world your positive side, and also the fact that, you really do appeal to people on a strong emotional level.
Right.
I think this is not like the King of Cups, but
Right,
there's
it's
that
not-
element here.
It's not really about emotional love per se.
No.
It may be more about love of man or love of community or love of society. So it really talks more to that social field
Global even.
that you operate in, and you're the King of Fire there. That's like what my brother used to call the radioactive exposed heart of Jesus from those old paintings, where it was sort of like glowy and stuff. But that just means, the true sense of selflessness in love and care. And like I said, it's not really talking about emotional love per se. There could be strong emotional quality, but it really is more about the love of humankind.
And it's also, Spirit is also saying, you are attracting a lot of attention right now because of this wonderful nature of yours. This is like, saying, Spirit is saying you are at the top of your game with, what you are projecting to others in the world right now. And they are receiving this from you.
I'm going to have to play a song from Heart, maybe, that makes me think about you.
You're
There would be a
all
lot.
heart.
You are all heart.
So that's very, very positive, Gina. Awesome message for you.
You're the best at what you do, and what you do is very, very nice.
Well, anyway, so I just wanted to say one thing real quick to you again is that, sometimes we have a delay. I know people come in and they have a delay, but as soon as we call your name, if you can let us know you're there as fast as you can and type your question, we'll get to you. But otherwise, we have to keep moving down the list and move down. So sometimes I apologize if we miss you, we miss your question, but it happens. And we do the best we can. We try to do the best we can.
And we are
thank
looking
you for coming
forward
back and being
to your
patient
package,
with us.
Gina.
Yes, Gina, it may come today, eh? So we will be looking for it. All right, Lena, you are up.
Lena.
So we're going to get to you and
I
then
know Lena
Asel.
was wanting maybe a little focus towards something.
I didn't see that,
Okay, that's fine then.
but we'll see what pops up for you today, Lena.
Retracted the message possibly.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought I did last time.
Oh, then give it back. Give it back.
So as we're wrapping up here with our readings, kind of, sort of.
We have a modality coming soon.
Yeah, we have a modality coming soon, but I'd like to remind everybody about my emotional exchanges and also my goth tarot.
What about what's coming tomorrow?
Oh, I'll get around to that eventually, dear. But you're right, there is a monthly modality message coming when the sun moves into Sagittarius. So that figures to be around the 22nd or so, I believe. I don't have the exact date in front of me. And then last but not least is Banshee's Material Matters Sunday morning. Grab your coffee or beverage of choice and join us in the chat room. We'll discuss the reading. We'll also have some fun and laughs. Tomorrow on our live stream from 2 to 4, we're going to give away at least one item.
Fiber Magic book.
Which I hope to give more information on a little bit later today through Twitter and Facebook. But also, are we going to raffle another reading?
Well,
Not
it
sure.
might not be a Zoom this time. We've got 2 Zooms in the queue, so we might do something a little bit shorter. But we will definitely think about a reading. I've been mulling over this, so something will be there. And we don't want to forget our Twitter and Facebook people, so we may have some drawings there as well. In the near
Okay,
future.
Lena, thanks for holding on. We're about to begin. Appreciate you staying up for us. I know you're some time zones away from us, I believe, so appreciate that. Appreciate anybody who stays up for us.
Okay, Lena, wow, this is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is
Two of
upright,
Arrows, Two of Swords.
which isn't a bad thing, but it's kind of like a stationary thing right now. Spirit is saying, this is a time to not worry so much about what's happening, what's not happening. This is a time to contemplate your next moves. This is a time to decide where you should go next. Maybe you have an important decision you've been thinking about for some time, and Spirit is saying, let this germinate now.
That's not too bad if
This
it's
is
only
a-
8 p.m.
This is a time for objectively looking at your situation and deciding what your next moves are going to be. And Spirit says you are ready to sit down and really start giving this some serious thought.
Thanks for taking a breath there, Banshee. Okay, so I like what you said, but I'm looking at the card here, and I see this Two of Air, and there's a bird in one hand that is sort of got a light aura around it as it goes up towards the sky. And I'm wondering if Spirit is saying, I will be sending you more messages of light for you to consider. I am sending you messages all the time. I want you to reach your own sense of balance, but I am imparting messages to help with that. And that's
Birds
what I
are
see
messengers.
there.
That's
Birds are
true.
messengers.
So maybe it's saying too right now is that, it's time to evaluate the signs, the signals, the clues that you might be getting of what is next for you, what your next moves are going to be.
I love the fact that we have people from all over the world who drop in on our show. That's awesome, isn't it, Violet?
Yeah.
So yes, that's what this means for you pretty much, Lena, is just, take some time to receive those messages. They may come from more places than just us, of course, but I think Spirit is saying you are going to be receiving more wisdom, more information, but Spirit wants you to bear that responsibility of making an informed choice.
It's very cool. Nice message. All right.
It would sort of be maybe...
Well, I'm not going to speculate without a map.
yeah, I know.
But, I'm familiar with the Maldives. Is it Pacific?
I was thinking it was more Atlantic because, see,
could
if it's
be.
8 p.m., then
Yeah,
it's
that's-
later, so it's going
That's
back towards
true,
that
that's
side.
true.
I'm thinking it's off the coast of either Africa or in between Africa and India.
In grade school and high school, geography was my thing. But I have to say, that was a long time ago. So I'm a little rusty. But Acel, you are up. We've got you right now. We can
And
do
you're welcome. See you tomorrow too, Lena. Thank you.
a message from Spirit for you, Acel.
Maybe you'll tell us where something is that we would maybe relate it a little more closely to. It would be curious to know. And we have reached our hour, but we will do your reading, Acel, and then we
we'll
will
do
be...
a special message for ourselves,
Ah,
which is
I know
always-
what I want to ask.
You're going to ask something instead of receive? Okay. That's
Well,
all right.
It'll be about Sunny.
Oh, no. Okay.
Hi.
Here you go.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Marcia, we can get you a message. We'll do you right after Acel. And you are very welcome for that. I hope it made sense. I know that was kind of a kooky one. We kind of went different ways on that one, I think, a little bit, if I recall.
Yeah. All right, so this is for Acel.
And of course, it was our anniversary and we were sipping the wine.
Oh, yeah, people said I would make a cute drunk. I think they really meant something else. They were being nice.
Acel. Hey, Acel, this is a very interesting card. It's the Hierophant upright.
Oh,
And the Hierophant indicates, this is kind of a time to maintain, to kind of maintain the traditions. Also, I have to say, Acel, I know you've been looking for, maybe a partner. I think this may have come up. The Hierophant sometimes is a card of marriage. It could also indicate that you are attending a wedding or some traditional thing or involved in one. You may be involved in some traditional ceremonies or celebrations. Spirit says this, and it's funny because this is in America. This is a time of year for holiday traditions and such here. So I don't know how this might apply to you, but this is a time to get in the spirit and also bring back, think about what these traditions that you honor and follow, what are the meanings for them, for you, when you do these. Think about an Spirit is saying is look at what these mean to you.
thank you for the anniversary greetings, Marcia.
Aw.
And I know, Acel, you're in another part of the world where maybe there are different traditions, different customs, religions, social expressions, etc. So I feel, too, that this card, though, still could stand for a couple things of interest. It may be that maybe you might find that Spirit is saying, seek the situations that may be situations, but also agencies, organizations, fellowships, etc., that may provide more of the traditional customs, rituals, or experiences that you're looking for. And that maybe you do some of those now, but maybe you just need to dive in a little bit deeper. So I don't know, if there's community centers or other places where you might be able to do something like that. But I think Spirit is saying that some of the answers that you're looking for in terms of camaraderie, fellowship, or possibly even other institutions could be found if you're able to go to that commons for that.
Okay. No, I think that's right. And that's the message we're going to leave. There's a lot of different things that we could say about the Hierophant card right now. One could be, I'm just going to throw this one out there, that maybe you need to seek a spiritual teacher or advisor or mentor, that maybe Spirit might be sending one your way. That's another possibility here with this card. And
that's really good, Banshee. I probably missed that, didn't I?
And there's a few others, but I really felt gravitated to the customs and traditions right now when I pulled that card for you. So I hope that makes sense for you, Acel, and good luck with that.
All right, so then we're on Marcia.
Yay, Marcia!
So our positive message for you, and that was interesting, yeah, because That was like one of those kind of weird readings there. Very full moon like on Thursday night.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there was a ginormous full moon. I got the next I didn't get to see the eclipse, but the next morning, Friday, before we went to visit Mr. O's mom, I had to drop off my granddaughter at school, and the moon was just going down to set. And oh my gosh, it looked so spectacular and huge as it was, going down towards the horizon.
We were on the road last evening, right around 5 p.m. our time, coming back
Between 5 and 6, yeah.
from my mom's. And of course, it sets about that early, and so naturally, as soon as it sets,
Well, it was rising.
the moon. I mean, the sun sets.
Oh, yes,
because
yes,
that's why
yes.
it got dark.
I got both
See,
sunset and moonrise.
Well, as you should know, on the day of the full moon, normally when the sun sets, the moon rises. There's a
Right.
timing thing about that. That's why it's full, because it happened right then. It differs, later on after the cycle changes. So naturally, it starts getting dark, and what do we see coming up over the eastern horizon? But the biggest, boldest orange
Orangey
full moon.
Oh,
Oh, it was
really
glorious.
looked beautiful. And I got to see the sun kind of through clouds on the horizon setting too, which was kind of nice juxtaposition. We got to see both on the way home.
Yeah, it was really
Perfect
cool.
timing. Got to see some deer in a field,
Horses.
horses,
usual.
cows, birds in the sky, geese flying in formation.
And Marcia, this is your positive message.
This is the second time this card came up.
Uh-oh, what do you got? Oh,
It's the Three of Swords, which, what's so
Three of
positive
Air, Three of
about that?
Swords.
Well, I think Spirit is acknowledging how you handle, the pains and sorrows in your life. Is that they are telling you that, they are telling you that you know how to navigate the downside of life, and that Spirit says there are rewards in this. There are rewards in this, in that, you are able to move forward with grace and not let those struggles or sorrows get you down.
Spirit acknowledges that some deep sorrows have fallen your way, and though you may not ever totally be able to be away from them, you have a quiet and strong, serene sense of strength. And that's why Spirit always is behind you, sending light, literally in the picture, with maybe one of its little messengers sitting on your shoulder or your wing.
Well, and that's a really good point here, I think, in this particular reading to bring out. Because I had a slightly different message when it came up before. But when you look here, I think what it's saying here is Spirit wants to remind you of something, is when you are experiencing sorrow, Spirit is always there. Spirit is always there, and seek comfort, seek messages from Spirit on how to move forward.
Spirit says that you may walk a humanly aloofer path, but you'll never walk totally alone. Spirit will always be with you, even if you find it harder to actually resonate, truly with somebody. And I'm not saying this card says that. I'm just saying that at this time, Spirit wants you to understand it will always be with you.
Yeah. Nice.
Aww.
Woohoo! So, hey, it's time for us to do our cards, Mr. O.
Yes,
do you want to pull
indeed.
mine first this time?
I will.
I await you. Well, very happy that brings you comfort, Marcia. Hey, Spirit is there, and Spirit says, don't turn your back on us. We're here to support you, no matter what falls your way.
What is this deck called again? The Goddess?
It's the Good Tarot.
Okay.
The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's nice too.
You're very welcome. It is beautiful. All these cards are beautiful.
Aw, well, I'm so happy. That's the whole idea with Happy Hour. We want to leave you, we want you to leave the show happy. Absolutely. Oh no, you pick it for me. because it's, yeah. Have we forgotten?
Oh, you old firebug, you. The Nine of Wands, the Nine of Fire. So the Nine of Wands says that you will always, Spirit will always want you to persevere. Spirit feels you always will persevere. Spirit says that you see things other people don't see. That somehow, even in the dark or in the light, there's something that shines differently for you, and that maybe you alone are the one to perceive that. And because of that, Spirit says, never accept injustice, never accept defeat.
It's so bizarre that Mr. O pulled this card for me, and I'll tell you why. Because this is a card. Oh, I guess we'll try to get you in, Blue, for a message. It's just a single message, positive from Spirit today. Once we're done with our readings, we'll do yours. We're doing one for ourselves right now because it's the end of the show, but we will fit you in.
Yes.
All right, so Mr. O, I just have to tell you that, this is a card of preparation, and Spirit may be telling me we're trying to prepare you for something. And I had a rather disturbing dream last night, which is very interesting because I'm wondering if they're telling me here there's a message for me there. So, this is happy hour, but I think what Spirit is saying, hey, we just sent you a signal and a message. So I'm going to have to re-examine my dream last night. Don't you think it's funny? I told you about the dream a little bit.
So does this resonate then?
It does, totally.
Absolutely.
So hand it over. Let me get a card for you, and then we'll read for Blue.
Thanks for joining us, Blue. And just a reminder to everybody, we are back on our normal schedule tomorrow, Sunday, from 2 to 4, where we will do a longer, more complete reading than today. So check that out. Don't forget to watch for the modality reading, which will be coming up within this next week. And also tomorrow will be Banshee's Material Matters in the morning.
All right.
And we always post a card of the day on Twitter and Facebook on our TFT presences there. Okay, what did you get for me?
Oh my gosh. I pulled one of his favorite cards.
The Page of Cups. This is my card.
I pulled your card, Mr. O. You right now are at your intuitive peak, in a way. You're into it, and you know what? Or let me take that back. I feel Spirit is telling you your intuition grows the more you're using it. It's just coming to you. And, so you are able to share your insights with others in a very, very constructive way. You're also able to bring some of those dreams and foolish notions that you have in your head, that's my opinion here, into reality.
Well, sometimes I think that a couple of the pages do sort of have an analog resonance towards the Fool, that youthful thing, possibly folly. So that's kind of interesting. But I'm a Scorpio, so I'm a water sign. I always related to this. It was like literally my card right from the beginning. I remember in the 80s when we had our first computer and I wanted to do computer art. This was the first tarot card I tried to replicate. Somewhere out there it exists. I may find it and show it. But very beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. So, hey, let's read for Blue and wrap up the show.
Alrighty. So thanks for joining us, Blue.
All right, Blue, this is just a single card, and we'll give you a divine message from Spirit as
Whatever
a positive message for your day or week or just to live by.
And don't
Wait a
forget
minute,
to
aren't
check
you
in tomorrow
supposed to-
too, because
You're supposed
I'm
to.
supposed to, because we will be giving away more prizes.
Yeah, tomorrow's show we will have a giveaway of a book called Fiber Magic. So maybe you don't do crocheting, etc. But the book is a very nice book, and maybe you know somebody who would like the book, so you could win it and give it as a gift to somebody else.
Yeah, it would make an awesome gift if you know somebody who's a little magically inclined and also likes to crochet.
So awesome book.
And even if you didn't like the symbology, I'm sure probably you could use the basic guides for the creations. There's so many different things in it. There's caps and purses and handbags and other things. Little dollies. Oh, it was so cute. Yes, I think she even, the author, raffled a baby Yoda that she crocheted.
Aww, it's adorable.
All right, Blue, thanks for waiting.
All right.
Thanks again to Mama T for her donation.
Yes, that was very sweet, Mama T. We love you.
Thanks
love
for
you
all. We love you all. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the other gifts we get. We do get them. We appreciate it.
Right. Okay, Mr. O. Let's see what we've got for... Oh, I'm sorry. What we got for Blue. It's the Chariot. It's a Chariot card, Blue. Spirit is saying this is a really powerful time for you to make some clear, decisive moves in your life. You know, whatever the case may be, Spirit is giving you the green light to move forward on something.
Spirit is saying, pick up the reins. Pick up the reins and move ahead. Spirit is saying you're about to become highly motivated, highly captured by the idea of winning the prize, whether it's a race, which is implied by the Chariot. That race could be metaphorical. That race could be just to be the first to do the best things possible for somebody you care about, for the school you work at, or whatever it is, you know. Just trying to be helpful to people and really lead. This is a card of a leader, too.
The Chariot's a positive card of drive and ambition in its most positive sense. Not
Absolutely.
in the negative sense of pushing people out of the way. You're just moving forward. You're moving forward now, and Spirit is acknowledging that this is a time for growth and movement. But remember, Spirit just saying nothing happens if you don't make that move. So now is the time to make a key move in your life.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes, too, that this could be saying that it is about movement, too, that it may not necessarily about finding all that motivation or ambition you need right away, but somehow when you start off on that path, it just starts to move along. It's kind of like a snowball, only it's less liquidy.
Oh, I like that. Rolling a snowball, yeah, and then
It just
adds
accumulates,
more to
right?
it, right?
So I think that the process of doing engenders the idea of that continuity and building better.
Look at Mr. O getting all Page of Cups there. So, very good, Mr. O. Very good.
Yeah, I understand the book has a lot of things about that, and she has a wonderful Facebook community, Fiber Magic Coven. So if you're on Facebook, you could check that out. I'm not sure if she's on Twitter or other social media. She's lovely. I think her name is Alba.
Opal Luna?
Well, she writes as
Opal
Opal Luna,
Luna,
but her real name, and she's on Facebook, is Alba Paglia Kaufman. I'll have to put that out there. I forget. You know, she's really been nice to us. She told us that we could be her page's official tarot readers. So it's very sweet of her.
It's very sweet. And I'm glad that you appreciate that, Blue. You're very welcome. Absolutely.
Thank you, Blue.
So,
I hope that does mean something, because who couldn't use a little more motivation right now, you know? I know I do.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. It's been a great, hour and 20 minutes.
Who's counting?
Who's
We're not.
We're not. We enjoyed chatting with you all. We have such fun. So we hope you do too, and join us at our next live stream
Tomorrow.
And join me in the morning for some coffee and some material matters when I'll be in the chat as we premiere my weekly video. All right, everybody. I want you all to take care. Have a happy rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.